Last night was another rough one for the St. Louis Cardinals, as their start to the 1978 season has been a rocky one. The Phillies took the lead in the third. Larry Bowa single-home baked McBride to make it 1-0 Philadelphia. But in the sixth, St. Louis responded. Keith Hernandez, an RBI double, which brought in Jerry Morales. And then in the eighth, Ted Simmons doubled, made it 2-1 St. Louis. Buddy Schultz coming in to get the save, but faces 8 batters in the ninth. Jose Cardinal tied the game on a fielder's choice. And then Larry Bowa singled home Teddy Sizemore to make it 3-2 Philadelphia. Steve Carlton pitched 8 innings, Ron Reed in the ninth, and he fans Gary Templeton with 2 runners on as the Phillies go to 3-2, and the Cardinals fall to 1-6. Carlton, 1 earned run over 8 innings and 5 strikeouts. He goes to 2-0. Ron Reed gets a save. Buddy Schultz pinned with a loss. John Denny, another Cy Young winner, goes to the mound for the Cardinals this afternoon as we get set for Baseball 1978. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 78. Today, from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, it's the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. Larry Christensen versus John Denny, brought to you by DigitalToDice.com, the best podcast on the web for your sports simulations and replay needs. That's DigitalToDice.com. Find us wherever fine podcasts are listed. Why, as I'm trying to figure this all out, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ron Shuckett. Glad to have you along this Thursday afternoon for live baseball. We'll go back to our Tuesday taped game Wednesday and Thursday schedule next week. The Philadelphia Phillies come in with Larry Christensen as they try to go to 4-2 in an early what should be a prolonged battle in the National League East, which is already in danger of not including the St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, in real life, the Cardinals didn't do too much, but they've started off 1-6. Not what they wanted to do in any way, shape, or form. It's a gorgeous day in St. Louis, 76 degrees, the wind hardly out there at 1 mile an hour to right center. And so let's get to it. Let's play some baseball on a Thursday afternoon, shall we? So blowing in at 1 mile an hour, sky the Chamber of Commerce calls and wants their weather back. And as John Denny takes some warm-up tosses, we get ready to go. Denny pitched against the Pittsburgh Pirates on the 10th. Went 9 innings, took a loss, 10 hits, 3 runs all earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts, and an ERA of 3.0. He's a fastball pitcher, but the fastball does not hit any more than 86. And, as you can see on the screen, he won the Cy Young Award in 1983 for the Philadelphia Phillies. The year that they won the National League Championship. On the real year, 14-11, a 2.96 ERA, 234 innings, 200 hits. He allowed 13 home runs, the benefit of pitching in St. Louis. He walked 74 and struck out 103. And this will be the lineup that he will face this afternoon. Bake McBride leads off in right field. Then Larry Bowa at short will bat second. Mike Schmidt, the third baseman, will go third. Greg Luzinski cleans up in left. Richie Hebner off to a slow start at 0:59, bats fifth and hits or plays first. Elliott Maddox is in center field. He'll bat sixth. Bob Boone behind the plate will bat seventh. Ted Sizemore, the second baseman, bats eighth, and Larry Christensen on the mound will bat ninth. Defensively for the Cardinals, Jim Dwyer, 2-2 in left. Jerry Mumphrey, 2-6 in right, is not a good defense for St. Louis. And Jerry Morales is a 6-7 in right field. Ken Reitz is an 8 at third. Gary Templeton, an 8 at short. Mike Phillips, a 4 at second. And Keith Hernandez, the Gold Glover, 10 at first. Ted Simmons behind the plate. He's a 6 and a 5. And, okay, now I see myself again. And John Denny, when he does field, is a 8 with a 957 fielding percentage. McBride, slow start, 211 with a solo homer, and that being his only RBI. 4 for 19 on the year. And if you're wondering when you'll see this on YouTube, Friday. So baseball releases Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on YouTube. So Danny is ready. Here's the first batter of the ball game, and there's a line drive to short. Templeton's there, 1 away. Brings up Larry Boa, 400, no homers, 4 RBI. Got a .1 chance of hitting a home run. 8 for 20 on the year. AFC wildcard game is our next scheduled Twitch broadcast. Sunday at noon from 1986 right here on Retro Sports Network. It'll be Seattle and the Jets from Giants Stadium. Denny deals. Boa, ground ball to first. Hernandez takes it to the bag for the out. 2 out for Mike Schmidt, who in reality did not have a good 1978. Only hit .251, 21 homers, and 78 RBI in real life. .222, that's 4 for 18 in the first 6 games of the replay. Ratcast is watching an ad. I did not put it there. Must be one when you came in. He's got 2 RBI. I'll take the ad. I'll take the money. So Schmidt waves it back and forth. And Denny is ready. He delivers. And there's a long drive into left center field. Mumphrey got a bad start on it. Schmidt's going for 3. The throw down to third is not in time. So that's a triple for Mike Schmidt. Let me know, Dave, when you're not watching the ad. Greg Luzinski comes to the plate. The number 4 hitter for Philadelphia. 278, 2 homers, and 3 RBI. For the Bull, 265 hitter on the real year with 35 home runs. So Denny is ready. 2 out. Top the first, no score between the Phillies and the Cardinals here. Pitch to the Bull. Struck him out. He got him on a 1-2 on the outside corner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Half an inning in the books. It's Philadelphia 0. Here come the Cardinals. So Larry Christensen takes to the hill, and he pitched against these Cardinals at the Vet last Saturday, as a matter of fact. 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. A 13-game winner in real life. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Jim Dwyer and a god-awful Topps airbrush leads off in left field. Gary Templeton will play short and bat second. Jerry Morales in right will bat third. Ted Simmons cleans up behind the plate. A very young Keith Hernandez will bat fifth and play first. Kenny Reitz will play third and bat sixth. Jerry Mumphrey, who had that triple off his glove, will bat seventh and center. Mike Phillips, the second baseman, bats eighth. And John Denny will pitch and bat ninth and through 15 pitches. Dave, looking to get banned already from the channel, says the ad was better than watching baseball. That's how I feel about watching Bruin games, Dave. Defensively for the Phillies, Luzinski a 4 and a 4 in left. Gary Maddox, I was right, is a 10 and a 6 in center. McBride a 9 and an 8 in right. Mike Schmidt, maybe not a good year at the plate, but very good with the glove. He's a 10. Larry Boa a 10 at short. Ted Sizemore a 7 at second. And Richie Hebner a 6 at first. And Bob Boone a 10 behind the plate. And you wonder how the Phillies won the East for the third straight year in 1978. Well, you're looking at one of the best defenses in all of baseball. Jim Dwyer 1 for 5 on the young year. Has himself a single. Dave is such a good guy. Christensen deals, and Dwyer sends this one into left center. Maddox is there for the out, 1 away. Brings up Gary Templeton. Good start for Gary, 290 with an RBI. 9 for 31 with a double. Christensen looking very 1970s in that picture. Templeton, of course, would be traded for Ozzie Smith. Wonder who got the better end of that deal. Certainly wasn't San Diego. Here's the pitch, and Templeton hits a ground ball to Schmidt over to Hebner. And Templeton is safe on the bang-banger. So on that fast artificial surface, Templeton just hauled Tushy and made it. Lorenzo! All is well. There was no game Tuesday live because I had a real-life meeting. Imagine that. But we did do a game yesterday, and we're looking for Tuesday, Thursday, and, of course, the AFC wildcard game Sunday at noon, 9 Pacific. Remember, noon Eastern is 9 Pacific. Right here on Retro Sports Network. Glad to have you along. You missed my troll yesterday. Did you know that bicycles with motors is called a car? I did not know that. Here's Jerry Morales. 250 and 2 RBI, 6 for 24 on the young year. Christensen throws to first. I don't know what the hell that was. Throws to first, and Templeton's back. Yeah, wow, who knew? Apparently, someone thought I was playing Monopoly when it was clearly labeled Action PC Baseball Wednesday. And it's listed as a board and card game because really that's what it is. There is no tag in Twitch for sports simulation. I mean, I don't think there is actually anything for Action PC. So it's listed as a card and board game. And apparently I made somebody very angry. Or someone got up on the wrong side of the briar patch. Pitch to Morales is a liner in the left center field. That's going to get past Maddox. Luzinski picks it up. Morales has a double, and Templeton will score. Morales is going for 3, and he's in there. That's a triple, and it's 1-0 St. Louis. The Cardinals come in 1-6. The Phillies 3-2. And here are the standings. So early in the year, Pittsburgh a 2-game lead over Philly. Pittsburgh has won 6 straight. St. Louis is already 5 back in the East. In the West, the Dodgers half game over San Diego. Atlanta, Cincinnati, and Houston all kind of hanging in there. Dodgers and Reds next Tuesday live at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. In the American League West, California 7-1, a 2-game bulge over Minnesota. 2.5 over Kansas City, and the Yankees have a 1-game lead over the Red Sox, Tigers, and Orioles in the American League East. So 1-0 St. Louis. Here's Ted Simmons at 143. He does have 2 doubles, and he's 3 for 21. A reminder. Well, yes, as the old saying goes, you can please some of the people some of the time. Yeah, but you can't please Dave Gardner for anything. I'm surprised I haven't seen a Let's Go Mets yet. If you, by the way, have an Amazon Prime account, yes, I know I set off my tablet, and have not hooked it up to a Twitch, you can hook up your account, your Prime account, now to my channel, and it won't cost you a dime. And you'd be the first sub on Twitch for me. So if you're interested in doing that and you're here live, it's free. You got 1 freebie a month. You might as well make it count. I'm sure there's a button there somewhere on your screen to do that with. So here's Simmons. I told you, 143. 2 doubles and 2 RBI on the year. Morales on third, 1 out, 1-0 St. Louis. Christensen deals, ball 4. So Ted Simmons gets the walk. Here's Hernandez. Keith at 286. How you doing, Sports Time Machine? No homers and 3 RBI for Hernandez. He looks so young there, doesn't he? How old is he? He is 24 at 1978. Runners in the corners. Cardinals up 1-0, bottom of the first. Morales on third. Simmons on first. Pitch from Christensen. Struck him out. Larry struck out 131 in 228 innings, and he got Hernandez to look at a 1-2 for strike 3. He's looking at Dave Gardner behind the plate going, put down the hockey game and watch that pitch. That was not a strike. Dave said, let's go Mets. Here's Reitz, 259, a home run and 5 RBI. Too early for a George Hendricks sighting, probably, but we'll get there. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. Reitz, ground ball to Boa, flips it to Sizemore for the easy force, and that will retire the side. But the Cardinals get a run on 2 hits and no errors. They leave 2 after 1. It's 1-0 St. Louis. And so John Denny will face Richie Hebner, Gary Maddox, and Bob Boone here in the second. Hebner 1 for 17 with an RBI and 2 stolen bases, which is pretty good considering he's only reached base twice. Denny delivers, and there's a fly ball to center. Mumphrey bobbles it and makes the catch. He snow-coned it. Hot potato. I got it. Hello there. And now brings up Gary Maddox. I downloaded this from PC Ballpark a while ago and dolled it up this morning. So this is the same one I used in 82. Maddox is 5 for 18, 278 with an RBI. Denny cruising right along, 1 out, top the second. Here's the pitch. Gary, ground ball to Reitz, and that eats Reitz up, speaking of concrete. And Reitz will get charged with the error. It goes into the outfield. Maddox will hold it first for Bob Boone. Bob at 300, 3 for 10 with an RBI. All 3 of those hits are singles. Denny delivers, and that's a balk. Oh, baby, Denny's not happy. He balked on an 0-1. And Denny and Vern Law? Kind of say something. And Gardner just keeps looking at his cell phone. When are the Bruins going to score? Here's the pitch. Boone, line drive, left field. That's going to get past Reitz. Maddox will score. Boone's going for 3. We've had another triple in this ball game, and it's tied at 1. So Dwyer, who's got pretty much a rubber arm, got the throw back in there, but the Phillies have tied this baby at 1. For Ted Sizemore, 294. Did not have a good 78 overall, with 2 RBI. Denny delivers. Sizemore, ground ball to Templeton. Great play. They'll go for the sure out at first. Boone will score. Hernandez is on the bag. Sizemore's out, and it's 2-1 Philadelphia. Phillies 3-2 on the year. This is their 6th game. And the Cardinals are 1-6. This is their 8th game. Second series against the Phillies. And if you weren't with us at the Open, Phillies came back to win 3-2. Steve Carlton goes to 2-0. Larry Christensen is 0 for 3 on the year with a strikeout. 75 hitter in 78 with a home run. Nobody on, 2 out. Denny delivers. Got him. A fastball at 86 swung on and missed. But the Phillies get 2 runs on a hit and the error. After 1.5, it's Philadelphia 2, St. Louis 1. So it'll be Jerry Mumphrey, Mike Phillips, and John Denny to face Christensen here in the second. Mumphrey 2 for 5 on the year, 2 singles. Christensen deals. Mumphrey, ground ball, base hit, right side. So we've yet to have a pitcher's duel in this replay, haven't we? Here's Mike Phillips, a recipient of another Topps airbrush job. Phillips 2 for 6 on the year with a double. 268 part-time work on the real year. Runner on first, nobody out. Christensen throws to first. Mumphrey's back. Do I hit and run? I might hit and run here. We'll do that. Pitch to Phillips. There's a fly ball left to left. Luzinski in the corner, and that's out of play. Somebody from East St. Louis made that catch. So 0-1 the count. Nobody out. Regular play, Phillips. Line drive into center field. Maddox picks it up. Phillips is going for 2, and Mike's got it. So the Cardinals have 4 hits, and there's nobody out here in the second for Denny. Hebner and Schmidt come in. Denny's not going to bunt. You're not going to squeeze here. There's also nobody out. Worst comes to worst, you just strike out. Denny 0 for 2 on the year with a strikeout. 178, 3 RBI, and 21 strikeouts, and 73 at-bats in the real year. Christensen deals. Denny flies this one to shallow center. That won't get anything in, I don't think. Mumphrey will tag. Kenny Boyer is the manager. Here comes Mumphrey, a web gem from Maddox, and it's safe. So Maddox had to slide on that artificial turf, which hurts like the dickens, throw, and the game is tied. 1 out. Brings up Dwyer, who's 0 for 1. Christensen threw his first 9, an inning and a third, 4 hits. 2 runs, both earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 1. Here's the pitch to Dwyer. Fly ball to right. Back goes McBride. He'll make the catch. Phillips will tag and hold for the second out. Hope your Thursday is going well, gang. Or your Friday if you're watching this on YouTube. Gary Templeton singled his first time up and scored. And Jerry Morales tripled him home. 2-2 the score. 2 out, bottom of the second. Pitch to Templeton. Popped up. Left side. Luzinski, Boa, Schmidt. Schmidt calls for it. Michael Jack gets it. A run on 2 hits and no errors. After 2, Philadelphia 2, St. Louis 2. So deuce is wild as we go to the third. McBride, Boa, and Schmidt to face John Denny. 9 batters, 35 pitches. 2 innings, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts for Mr. Denny. Pitch to Bake, and there's a ground ball right back to Denny. Comebacker throw to first is in time. You can see there, I don't have my mouse actually showing, I don't think. Nope. Where the seam is by the first base coaching bag, or coaching box, is where the automatic tarp machine was. So I'm going to date this picture from pre-1985. Because I think they took it out after Vince Coleman got ran over in the 85 NLCS. Larry Bowa is 0 for 1. Pitch from Denny. There's a liner up the middle. Mumphrey will pick it up off a hop. 3rd hit for Philadelphia. So, as a New York Giants fan, today is a sad day. You can argue whether Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. And I think he's one of the top 5 players to play for the Giants in their history. And so I think that automatically gets him in. But what a remarkable career. 16 years in that pressure cooker, 2 Super Bowl tournaments, and one of the biggest turkeys ever in the playoffs ever. DJ John, ad for Boost Mobile. Okay. I've not played an ad yet. I think I'm going to do that at the halfway mark. So I forgot what Dave's ad was. Schmidt tripled his first time up, 1 for 1. Phillies 2 in the second. Cardinals with a singleton in the first and the second. 2-2, top the third, 1 out. Got him. Denny got him to look on an 0-2 on the inside corner, and that's 3 for John Denny. That brings up Greg Luzinski, who struck out his first time up. 2 out, 1 on, and a 2-2 tie. Pitch from Denny. Luzinski into left field. Dwyer going way back there. It is gone. So Greg Luzinski homers, and it's 4-2 Philadelphia. That's his 3rd of the year. He just kind of left that one over the middle of the plate. Dwyer ran back, but all he could do is turn and watch it go. We seem to be having a lot of offense in 1978 so far. So Denny will face Richie Hebner. 0 for 1. By the way, if you were with us yesterday, you saw that Carl Yastrzemski nearly got into it with Jim Umbarger after the Red Sox popped him for a pair of homers. He's not very nice. Hebner 0 for 1. 2 out. Dunny delivered. Got him. He got him to swing and miss on an 0-2 breaking ball. 2 runs, 2 hits. They both courtesy of the Greg Luzinski home run. 2.5 down. The Phillies 4, the Cardinals 2. So it'll be Morales, Simmons, and Hernandez for St. Louis here in the bottom of the third. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Phillies. They've left 1 on. St. Louis, 2 runs, 4 hits, and error, and they've left 3 on. Morales tripled his first time up. This one goes into left center. Maddox, 1 away. Simmons walked his first time up. Larry Christensen sitting on a 4-2 lead here in the third. Got him! A 1-2. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch for strike 3. And that's 2 for Larry and 5 on the year. Keith Hernandez looked at strike 3 his first time up. Christensen delivers, and there's a ground ball. Foul, right field. Kind of hit a hard skip. Somebody making the trip from Independence made that play. So a ball and 2 strikes to Hernandez. Christensen deals. Popped up, left side, Schmidt, Luzinski. It's Schmidt by the bullpens, and he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We have played 3. It is the Phillies 4, the Cardinals 2. Baseball demos got you to order inside pitch. Does your girlfriend watch me? As I get a high CPU warning. I won't tell if you don't. What year did you get? It'll be Maddox, Boone, and Sizemore for the Phillies here in the 4th. The only thing I've watched some inside pitch played, and the 2 dice rolls to determine any result is kind of a turnoff for me. But it looks to be a well-structured game. Have you tried payoff pitch? Pitch to Maddox is ball 4. So Gary starts the inning with a 3-1 walk. And then I'll bring up Bob Boone, who tripled home a run. Lots of triples here. But it's St. Louis. It's a big old ballpark. Pitch from Denny. Boone drops one down. Simmons picks it up, throws to first. Phillips will cover, and they got the sacrifice down. So it's a bunt, sacrifice bunt, 2-4 if you're scoring. And yes, it's always important to score at home, but it's a fake ball game. Why would you do that? Sizemore has himself an RBI. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to short in the second. 1 out. Top the 4th. Pitch from Denny. Maddox on second. Sizemore slaps that one to Templeton. Over to first. And that is an out. So 2 out. So John has the same 1978 finish that I do. And he ordered 2019, I'm assuming. Yeah, I wish they had 78. I wish they had it on computer. Larry Christensen struck out his first time up. And by the way, we've now hit 600 total live views on the Twitch part of Retro Sports Network. So thank you, thank you, thank you. 2 out, Maddox on second. Dunny delivers, and Christensen goes down by way of the K. A 2-2 fastball for strike 3, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3.5 in the books. It's still the Phillies 4, the Cardinals 2. Reitz, Mumphrey, and Phillips for St. Louis after I take a drink. So Reitz is 0 for 1. Mumphrey on deck and Phillips to follow. Christensen delivers, and there's a ground ball base hit left side. Reitz is on with a single. And Luzinski will toss it back in. Mumphrey singled and scored in the second. Lorenzo, football, football, football. Yep. I now can actually do icons. What's your football question, Lorenzo? But Mumphrey's not going to bunt here. I looked at it for a sec, but he's only a 2. Love Jerry's hair, by the way. Christensen delivers, and Mumphrey slaps that one into right. Reitz will hold at second. McBride will pick it up, and that'll bring up Phillips. That was not Bitts, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think that they're ready to put that payoff pitch on a PC yet. So runner is on first and second. Nobody out for Phillips, who doubled his first time up, a second in 7 at-bats. Pitch to Mike. There's a ground ball up the middle. Bo is going to step on or flip it to Sizemore for 1. Throw to first. And that is a double play. They got him 6-4-3. 2 out. Runner moves to third for John Denny, who has himself an RBI. So Christensen sitting on a 4-2 lead. Phillies here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Denny. Got away from Boone. Reitz is going to score on the wild pitch. The 2-0 got away, and it's now 4-3, and a 3-0 count to John Denny. Chamber of Commerce day, 75-ish degrees. Winds blowing in from right at 1 mile an hour. That little spinny thing, the anemometer. There's your word that you're looking for your Fortnite stream today. See how many people in the Minecraft and Fortnite stream use the word anemometer. Barely blowing. You can actually count the spoons on the thing. 3-0 to Denny is a fly ball to the left. Luzinski in the corner, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A run on 2 hits. The wild pitch scored it. After 4, it's the Phillies 4, the Cardinals 3. Bake McBride, 0 for 2. John Denny threw 18 batters, 68 pitches, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. I'm looking to do something here. Who can I do that with? I'm looking. Oh. And so I'm going to give out the first sub. I think. Can I do it? 1 second. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Never mind. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. You can do bits, I think. You should be able to do bits. You tried. Okay. Let me take a look. You can always do it through Patreon if you want to do it that way. Or I got a PayPal. If you just want that, I'll give you my email offline if you want that. Else came up. Okay, not sure. But just remember, for guys watching that don't have anything hooked up through your Prime account, you can do it through that and not pay anything. McBride is 0 for 2. Denny deals. 4-3 Philadelphia. Ground ball to Templeton over to first for the out. I thought I had that set up. It was very nice. Larry Boa is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single and a run scored. Pitch from Denny is a little bunt down. Denny throws it over to Phillips, covering, and Boa's retired. So Uncle Ron wasn't expecting the bunt, and that's what he got. Here's Mike Schmidt, 1 for 2 with a triple. 4 hits for the Phils, 6 hits for the Cardinals. Pitch from Denny, and there's a fly ball right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and Schmidt's got himself a double. Brings up Greg Luzinski. He hit a 2-run homer. Down the line and left, he's 1 for 2. Struck out his second time up. Pitch to Luzinski. There's a ground ball to Phillips. Over to first, and that will retire the side. Phillies get another hit. They do not score. Halfway home, you're about to see an ad live on Twitch. Home viewers will see the box score. Philadelphia 4, St. Louis 3. There we go. That's my first bits. Thank you, sir. And for those of you watching later on YouTube, oh, wow, thank you. Good start for these two teams. So Lorenzo gets that. You got it down now. All right, so here is the in-game box score. 6 hits allowed for Christensen, 5 for Denny. Phillies hitting 241 as a team. Cardinals 237. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Thank you very, very, very much. And if you guys like something that you see, such as a home run and stuff, you can clip that too. And that will help the channel, so people can watch highlights of me being an idiot. Jim Dwyer is 0 for 2. Christensen threw 18 batters, 65 pitches, 4 innings, 6 hits. No homers. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Pitch to Dwyer is a line drive to right. McBride is there and makes a good diving catch. The turf here was never very good. I don't know how well you can see it, but obviously you can see football markings between home plate and the mound from when the Cardinals played there. Gary Templeton is 1 for 2. He is singled and scored. 6 hits for the Cardinals, 5 for the Phillies. 4-3 Philadelphia. Into center, Maddox goes back, but makes the catch. 2 out. Jerry Morales has a triple. He's 1 for 2. He drove in a run but could not score. And if he should reach, it'll be Simmons. Dodgers Reds next Tuesday live, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network. Christensen deals. Morales, ground ball to Hebner. Takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Cardinals go down in order in the 5th. Philadelphia 4, St. Louis 3. Hebner, Maddox, and Boone. I've seen some older clips, and we'll talk about that in the next batter. Hebner is 0 for 2. He's got himself a strikeout and is now 1 for 19 in 78. Denny on 80 pitches. Christensen has thrown 77. Pitch from Denny. There's a liner in the right center field. Hebner's going to have a second hit of the year on the single. So now both teams have 6 hits apiece. Gary Maddox. Now, I always thought you pronounced it Maddox, as you would Greg Maddox. I said Elliott. Got him confused with somebody else. But I was watching some clips on YouTube, and it was Jack Brickhouse who pronounced it Maddox, as in Burdox, or just Dox. But I always thought it was Maddox. Anywho, he's walked and scored his 0 for 1. Hebner not a threat to steal on first. Denny's pitch. Maddox hits a ground ball to Phillips. Might be 2. Templeton for 1. Over to Hernandez, and it will be 2. 4, 6, 3. So 2 out. Top of the 6th for Bob Boone. Nobody on with a triple. Lorenzo cheering me with the bits. 300 bits. Should get a bag of kibbles to go with that. Denny's pitch. And there's a ground ball to Phillips over to first, and the Phillies go down. So no runs, a hit, and the double play wiped it out. No errors. 5.5 in the books. We got ourselves a dandy here in St. Louis. Phillies 4, Cardinals 3. Simmons, Hernandez, and Kenny Reitz to face Christensen here in the 6th. Ted Simmons is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. So the next 2 scheduled sporting events on this channel will be the 1986 AFC wildcard game between Seattle and the Jets from Giant Stadium. That's Sunday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And then Tuesday at noon, 9 Pacific, will be Week 3 action from our 78 baseball replay, the Dodgers and the Reds from Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium. Pitch to Simmons is a fly ball to center. Maddox goes back there, off the wall, high off the wall. Simmons has got a double. So nobody out, single for a double for Simmons. Brings up Hernandez, and I'll wait. Oh, I guess I'm back. Keith is 0 for 2. Struck out his first time up, said a few words. You notice Lorenzo, by the way, has a new icon, if you're looking in the chat, because he gave a couple kibbles. Pitch to Christensen is a little ground ball up the middle. Sizemore throws to third, and they got him. Sizemore, I thought they were going to take the sure out in Hernandez, but Sizemore looked over at Simmons lollygagging it, flung it over to Schmidt, and it goes on the card 4-5. And they get the lead runner, and Hernandez is on for Kenny Reitz. He is singled and scored 1 for 2. I think you could do that last year, too. That's pretty gosh darn clever. You don't see it that often. Pitch to Reitz. No, throw to first. Hernandez is back. Hernandez not really a threat to steal. Christensen's pitch to Reitz popped up right side. Hebner goes into the stands, and somebody wearing a Cubs jacket makes the catch. So it's a ball and 2 strikes to Reitz. Christensen deals. Line drive right to Hebner, and they caught Hernandez off the bag. So they double him. It goes on the card as a 3U double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, Phillies 4, Cardinals 3. Sizemore, Christensen, and McBride to face a tiring John Denny. Sizemore 0 for 2 with an RBI. 4-3 Phillies as we start the 7th. Oh yeah. See, I don't do that before. I already did my EVE Online today. Without giving away exactly where you are, Lorenzo, and this kind of drifts into the old Vin and Joe talking about playing Risk or cards in the middle of a game. High sec, low sec, or null sec for your character. Pitch to Sizemore. Ground ball right back to Denny. Over to first for the out. Brings up Christensen. I don't think they're going to bunt or pinch hit for him. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's a low-seg Pirate. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yep, you told me you were a PvPer. And you're the reason, if Dave Gardner's still there, when I tried to stream that on New Year's Eve. And Dave goes, why are you covering up where you are? And I'm going, because someone will stream snipe me and kill me. And Lorenzo would be the reason why. He would come and do it. Pitch to Christensen, who struck out twice. He's going to get the sombrero as he swings and misses on an 0-2 fastball. 6 strikeouts for Denny. And that'll bring up Bake McBride. 6 2/3 innings, 27 batters for Denny, 101 pitches, 6 hits. The home run to Luzinski. 2 of the 4 runs are earned. A walk and 6 strikeouts. And Lorenzo says, as we're losing people here talking about EVE Online, I love you, but if I see you in space, I'm pretty much obligated to blow you up. Just business, you understand. I know. It's those gosh dilly darn trigger vans that I'm upset with right now. Gets the old heart racing when you're with those. Pitch to McBride. Ground ball to Templeton. Over to Hernandez for the out. And that will retire the side. Now, I got a question for older Cardinal fans. I'm talking pre-1969 here, because that's when Harry Carey got caught dipping his doodle into either the wife of the owner or the daughter of the owner of the Cardinals, Augie Busch. Did Carey sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in St. Louis? I know he did with the White Sox, and of course he became famous for it with the Cubs. And I'm not saying that Harry Carey dipsied his doodle into anybody. That was the reason that they gave for his firing in 1969. Mumphrey, by the way, has singled twice and scored once. And he hits this one into right center field. That's going to be a hit. And the tying run is on to start the bottom of the 7th. So Mumphrey is 3 for 3, and he's hitting .625 now on the year. Mike Phillips is 1 for 2. He's got himself a double. I love it, just looking over to see what's in the chat. And Lorenzo makes it sound like that we're playing Godfather. Just a business, you understand. Throw to first, Mumphrey back. Christensen, 89 pitches here as we start the 7th. And Phillips strikes out. He tipped it into the glove of Bob Boone, and now we'll see what we do with John Denny. Pitch count-wise, he's good for another inning. Christensen has pitched well. No, you don't sully that. That's not sullying. Let's see. Righty versus a righty. I guess we're going to go with Dean Org. Or Orge. Orge is 2 for 3 on the year with a double and a run scored. He's walked twice. Cardinals trying to tie this game in the bottom of the 7th. 4-3 Philadelphia. Throw to first. Mumphrey back. So Org waves the bat back and forth. Well, we'll do a pitcher for the Cardinals in the 8th. Ground ball to short. Boa could turn 2 here. Sizemore for 1. Over to Hepner. Org better hurry. He does. 2 out, and the inning continues for Jim Dwyer, who's 0 for 3. Christensen, 97 pitches through 27 batters, 6 2/3 innings, 8 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 3 runs all earned. Throw to first. Org isn't going anywhere. I do love how aggressive the computer is. That's new in this version, by the way, the 2020 version. Pitch to Dwyer, and here's a ground ball to Sizemore. Over to second for the force, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, a runner left. 7 down, 4-3. The runner was not left on. 4-3 Philadelphia. They're going to go with Org in left. He's got a 2 range, but a 7 arm. And the new pitcher, who will be... I'm not going to use Littell yet, or Urea. Do I go with Vukovic? I go with Vukovic. He pitched last night. I guess I'm going with John Urea. Maybe one of the craziest names ever in baseball. And he'll bat in the leadoff spot. Urea, 1-0. Did he start a game? He did. He started last Sunday against the Phillies. 6 innings, 5 hits, a win. 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Will not pitch to the 25th of April, so I'm fine with using him now. 4-9 on the real year with a 5.38 ERA. Boa, Schmidt, and Luzinski here in the 8th. Larry has singled and scored. He's 1 for 3. Urea delivers, ball 4. This Demos was here for that, not besides the puns, but you just want to make sure you're pronouncing that right. Because it has other connotations. Here's Schmidt. He's had a good ball game. He's doubled and tripled. He's 2 for 3. Also a struck out. Boa leads off at first. Schmidt, fly ball, left field. Org has it for the out. Boa goes back. For Luzinski, 1 for 3. That one being his 3rd homer of the year. Throw to first. Boa is back. Now he goes to Luzinski, and there's a fly ball left field. Org. Second, first, same as the first. 2 out. So 2 out for Hebner, who's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. 2 hits now in the year. He's hitting 100. He's hitting the weight of one of the Olsen twins. Throw to first. Boa is out. Oh, it goes past him. So Boa, they were trying to get him napping, and Boa will take second on the air. Urea threw it away. And Larry's on second. So a big insurance run for the Phils. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Sitting on a 4-3 lead. Here's Hebner. Here's the first pitch to Rich. He popped up left side. Templeton goes out on the turf. Makes the catch. To Zart Thomas. How are you? So that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, or 1 runner left for St. Louis after 7.5. It's 4-3 Phillies. Templeton, Morales, and Simmons for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 8th. Christensen out to pitch the inning. Templeton singled and scored. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to Sizemore. Over to Hebner for the out, 1 away. I suppose Christian... No, it got away from Hebner? It did. He jumped, and Sizemore threw it away, and so the tying run goes on to second. That's the one thing I wish they'd fix on the chalkboard. You'd think it's an out, but he threw it away. Goes in the dugout, and it's a 2-base error. That is the first error for the Phillies. 4 runs, 6 hits, an error for the Phillies. They've let 4 on, and that's a big error. St. Louis, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors, and they've left 4 on. Morales has a triple and an RBI. He's 1 for 3. Christensen deals. Morales ties the ball game. Ground ball right side, and Templeton will hold. I'm absolutely stunned at that. Templeton has good speed at third. McBride was coming in, but goodness gracious, why do you not try that? Didn't even give me the option. So Simmons is 1 for 2. He is walked, struck out, and double. I didn't hold him. I don't get that at all. Infield playing in. And that's the other reason why you don't do it. That's why you're trying to score. So everybody playing in. Boone and Christensen trying to get on the same page. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield stays in. Christensen has pitched a good ball game. In line for his second win of the Young replay. Pitch to Ted. And there's a line drive, left center field, all the way to the wall. Templeton scores. Morales will run on Maddox. Here's the throw. Boa throwing home. Boone. Morales. Got him! He rounded second. Boone blocked the plate because you can. And the runner's out. Simmons is on second. Let's watch the replay here. Simmons is on second. Morales has good speed. But Maddox just picked it off cleanly off the wall and threw it for the out. And Bob Boone, being one of the best in the business, knows how to field his position. So 1 out, 4-4 tie, bottom of the 8th. John, if you're still watching, buddy, April 15th, if you got that far. Hernandez is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The go-ahead run is on second. Christensen delivers. Got him! Larry got him to look at a 1-2 fastball for strike 3. And that's his 4th of the ball game. And that brings up Reitz. Hernandez just shakes the head. Reitz 1 for 3. Run scored. Christensen delivers. Reitz up the middle. That's going to be drop in front of Maddox. Simmons rounds third. Maddox will throw the slide. Not in time. The Cardinals lead it 5-4. And so this time the base running gods giveth instead of taketh away. And the Cardinals can get their second win of the year. Philadelphia will bring up Maddox, Boone, and Sizemore. Reitz with an RBI single, 5-4 St. Louis. Brings up Jerry Mumphrey, who is 3 for 3 with a run scored. All 3 of those hits are singles. Christensen deals. Mumphrey ground ball to short. Boa to Sizemore, and the Cardinals plate 2. 2 runs. On 3 hits, and that error was huge by Urea. We go to the 9th. St. Louis ahead 5-4. So Maddox, Boone, and Sizemore, and Urea. You're not going to go with Littell here. I believe this is Urea's game. If they need another pitcher, it would be Pete Vukovich. I'm going to take a drink real quick. So Maddox 0 for 2, walked, grounded into a double play, and scored. Urea looking for his second win of the year. In fact, he hit for the Cardinals in 78. Here's the pitch. Maddox, there's a line drive left field that's going to drop in front of Org. And so the tying run is on in Maddox. And they're going to throw to first here. Maddox has a good chance to steal. Boone is not going to bunt. 1 for 2 with a triple. RBI and a run scored. Throw to first, and Maddox is back there. Hernandez got the tag in, but Maddox had it beat. 4 runs, 7 hits, and error for the Phillies. They've left 4 on. The Cardinals, 5 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, and 5. And if the game continues, Phillips, Oregon, a pinch hitter. John Urea does not want the game to continue. He's in line for his second win. Pitch to Boone. He's going to drop one. Urea throws to first. Phillips is on the bag, and it goes down as a sack bunt. 1-4. For Teddy Sizemore, who's 0 for 3. Pitcher spot due up for Philadelphia. And Urea is told to throw 4 wide ones. And so he will. And so they're going to force Philadelphia's hand here. You can't imagine the computer. Danny Ozark's going to let Larry Christensen hit here. It'll be Tim McCarver. McCarver, nice old big old chunk of chaw on his cheek there. 1 for 8. He, of course, is Steve Carlton's personal catcher and caught last night. A walk and a strikeout. 247 on the real year, a homer, and 14 RBI. So runners on first and second. Double play wins the ballgame for St. Louis. Urea deals. It got away from Simmons. And the runners move up 90. And now the infield's going to play in. A 2-2 curveball and it glanced off the glove, off the dirt, and it got past Ted Simmons. So 2-2 the count to McCarver. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Maddox throws it to Hernandez for the out. Reese throws it. And Bud Harrelson will come in to pinch run for Sizemore at second. So the infield will play back with 2 out. Big McBride is 0 for 4. A single gives the Phillies the lead. That's what they're playing for. Harrelson has good speed at second. Maddox on third. We'll go through the Digital to Dice postgame show with all the scores on this Saturday, April 15th, tax day, 1978. McBride is ready. Urea is ready. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Templeton to Hernandez, and the Cardinals get their second win of the year. They hang on. They made it quite interesting, but St. Louis wins it 5-4. So John Urea gets his second win of the year. Mike Schmidt, 2 for 4 for Philadelphia. Greg Luzinski, a home run. Jerry Mumphrey went 3 for 4. Let's look at the recap. John Urea gets the win, 2 innings for the win, 1 hit, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Larry Christensen throws a complete game. But Ken Reit's RBI single in the bottom of the 8th following a Ted Simmons double gives the Cardinals a 5-4 win. The computer says John Denny is the MVP. Do I agree? Denny went 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Christensen, 8 innings, 11 hits, 5 runs, 4 hits, or 5 runs, 4 earned. And Urea got the win. 2 innings, 2 walks, the error, and all that. Okay. So let's go through all the games today in Major League Baseball. The Rangers beat the Red Sox 5-2. Doc Ellis gets the win. Bill Lee takes the loss. Mets beat the Expos 10-4. Mets are 4-5, by the way. Milwaukee 7, Baltimore 3. Jerry Augustine beats Jim Palmer. The Blue Jays go to 3-4. They beat the Tigers 4-2 at Exhibition Stadium. White Sox beat the Yankees 7-5. Francisco Barrios gets his second win of the year. Wayne Nordhagen with a home run. Twins shut down the Mariners 1-0. Dave Goltz goes to 2-1. Jackson Todd doesn't do your taxes, and he took the loss for Seattle. Pittsburgh beats the Cubs 5-2. Pirates start off 7-1. Jim Rucker with his second win of the year. Cleveland dumps by Kansas City 7-3. Steve Busby goes to 2-0, which is amazing because he had a terrible 78. Al Cowens with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. Dave Goltz, by the way, threw a 4-hitter over Seattle. In the last game, Cincinnati 6, Houston 1. Doug Capella gets the win. Mark Lemongello, except no Royal substitutes there. Pete 4 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBI. And as we leave you on this Thursday afternoon, here's all the stats and stories for you. The Dodgers, half game over the Padres. Pittsburgh now is a 3-game lead over Philadelphia and Chicago. The Mets are 3.5 back. California, 1.5 over the Twins, 2 over KC. Seattle, golf season already. They're 2-9 and 6.5 back. Did I do something stupid? No, I'm streaming live. So you'll get the end of this at some point. And the Yankees go to 5-2. Their game up on everybody else. I see it back there. Isn't that exciting? Anyway, the Yankees go to 5-2. Their game up on Boston and Detroit. We will try to sneak in a game and do some Ask Uncle Ron probably either Friday or Saturday night. Next broadcast of a game will be Sunday at noon. It'll be the AFC wildcard game from our 86 replay. It'll be the Seattle Seahawks and New York Jets from Giant Stadium. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time. Have a great day, everybody.